Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video all about overhyped products. So products that get a lot of talk, a lot of coverage on social media, you've got people talking about them on YouTube. I feel like overhyped products are even worse than a disappointing product, and there is a subtle difference. A disappointing product, you kind of have like a baseline expectation and then it kind of disappoints you below that, or it doesn't work in the way you thought it would. Overhyped products are products that, you know, you really buy into that dream. Like, you really think that one face cream is going to solve not only your problems but the whole world's problems. You really do think that one face cream is going to, you know, stop the Amazon burning, it's going to pay your rent, it's going to solve so many different areas, and it just doesn't. Like, they don't. Stuff is just stuff. It can do a couple of things but it can't do everything. So these products may not necessarily be bad, like I might still use them, possibly still buy them again, but they're definitely overhyped in my opinion. And if you disagree, that's cool. We're all different. That is the fun of life. Everybody is different. But yeah, I'm going to jump straight into it. I don't have masses to talk about. Also, if you want to see some more vegan and cruelty-free content, make sure you subscribe if you would like to. I always say that at the end of my videos, but I probably should say it at the beginning of my videos, because who knows who's going to stay right to the end. Probably not a lot of people. But yeah, let's jump straight on into it with this. Now, this is probably the most hyped body butter, body cream, body lotion, whatever you want to call it, I've come across ever. And it is vegan, which is amazing, and they are Logical Harmony certified. The brand is called Sol de Janeiro, and this is their Brazilian Boom Boom cream, the original version, in the yellow pot. And to be honest, I don't hate this. It says it's fast absorbing, and I would say yes, it's fast absorbing. It's not the most moisturising cream or body butter I've ever used. I definitely prefer the Andalou Naturals body butters to this. The reason why I'm featuring it in this video is because people rave about the scent. They say that the scent stays on your skin, and when I heard that I thought, amazing, like the lazy girl's dream. You don't even have to put on perfume, you just moisturise and it's two things in one. You're nice and soft and supple for whoever chooses to touch you, and you smell great. It's two birds, one stone, as they say. And before I bought this, because it is quite expensive, I think this little pot was £18. If a moisturiser is going to be that expensive, it needs to impress me for me to want to buy it. And I was reading loads of reviews and people were giving it rave reviews, but a lot of people were saying, oh, the scent is too sweet, which I thought, not a problem, I don't mind, I like sweet scents. But this smells, it's supposed to be like a tropical scent, and it does smell quite tropical in the tub, but then when you put it on your skin, this smells straight up like Lynx Africa, to be precise. Is it Lynx Africa or is it Lynx chocolate? It smells like a 14-year-old boy's changing room at school. It's not a bad scent. It's not a bad scent, but it just takes me back to, it's just Lynx Africa. It's literally that box set that my brothers get every single year for Christmas. The little, like, you get the shower gel, you get the body spray, the deodorant, whatever. That's what this is, and I don't want to smell like a 14-year-old boy. I just would not buy this again. I think that it's massively overhyped in terms of the scent, in terms of the moisturising properties. I think there's better out there. Great that it's vegan and cruelty-free, but I'm not going to beat around the bush. Not really a big fan. Overhyped. Next up, this is going to divide opinion, I reckon. Not going to make me a popular bunny, but I genuinely am quite salty about this, if that's the phrase the kids are using these days. I don't think this skincare range, I believe that it works for some people, and I believe it gives, you know, some people great results, but I don't think it's worth the money, and it's definitely the most overhyped skincare range, in my opinion, that I've ever come across, and that is Drunk Elephant. I said it. I went there. I don't think it's not that I don't think it's very good, it just doesn't do anything for my skin, and it's so expensive. And I don't think I've heard one person speak negatively about Drunk Elephant, and I watch a lot of YouTube, I follow a lot of beauty Instagram accounts, and everybody seems to love this. It's so expensive. I was not going to fork out the money for one individual product in case I didn't like it. So I picked up the little sample set, these teeny tiny little samples. Do you know how much they were? Do you want to have a guess? Do you want to just think about how much these little dilly products could be added together? £70. I'm sorry, £70. When the lady said that in Space NK, I was thinking like, But she said they were amazing, and bless her, they probably worked really well for her. She said they were really, really good, it's a really popular set, and I thought, you know what, if it is really, really good, I'll give it a go. I'll try anything once, even if it does set me back £71. But these don't really make any difference to my skin, and I'll tell you the individual products I've got. I actually realised one product in the mini set wasn't vegan, so I haven't used that one. I don't actually remember what it was, but I think it had some kind of like shell in it, or like fish shell. I don't know, it was something that wasn't vegan. But this is the jelly cleanser, the best number 9 jelly cleanser. a very average gel cleanser in my opinion, and also the Be Hydra Intensive Hydration Serum, not very hydrating for me. All of this is fragrance free. It's not necessarily natural, but like the ingredients are scientifically proven to be pretty good, and they are very, very gentle. I will say that the whole range is very gentle, but it's just like so bang average in my opinion. I feel like there's people sat watching this thinking like, oh, how dare you. But this Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil, it's okay, it's alright. And also their C Tango Multivitamin Eye Cream, it's okay. Like all of it is okay. None of it is horrible, none of it broke me out, none of it is... And maybe it's the fact that these little sample sizes are too small to notice a difference. Like you'd need to buy a bigger size and use it more regularly to see a more noticeable difference. But even just like how it feels on my skin, the serum wasn't very hydrating, the oil wasn't very hydrating, it didn't sink in very well. It just didn't do the most. And for £71 for a teeny tiny little set, I would want it to do the most. If I was describing Drunk Elephant to a French person, I would say it is comme ci comme ça or bof. I would say it borderlines bof. Bof, is that it? Bof? I feel like I've made that up. Isn't that the guy from Johnny English? You know when you overthink something and you're like, is bof French? Ça va? Bof. Bof, ça va. I'm pretty sure bof was the guy from Johnny English, but I think it's also a French word for when it's kind of like, no. The next product you actually might not have heard of, but I feel like in the vegan world, like the vegan world, you may not have heard of them, but like in the vegan world, that came out really snobbish, but like in the vegan beauty blog, if you're just a beauty blogger, you may not have heard of this product, but if you're in the vegan and cruelty free, I've been recommended this quite a few times basically. This range of lipsticks is quite popular amongst vegan and cruelty free bloggers, and it is the Perez olive oil lipsticks, and I love Perez as a brand, or Perez. I never pronounce these, so many Spanish and like Mexican sounding brands, which I love, but I don't know, I feel like I'm doing a disjustice when I pronounce the brand names wrong. I have used it, I do sometimes use this as a blush because it's quite expensive. Again, if I buy an expensive product, I want to get use out of it, even if I'm not really enjoying it that much. But I do think these are overhyped because even though the pigment is great, and when you swatch it, it looks quite creamy on the lips, and it may just be this colour, I've got high tea, which does look like a beautiful pink, but on the lips it shows up every single dry patch. Or not even if your lips aren't dry at all, it shows up every single like bump and texture, and it's almost like a whipped sort of moussey lipstick, if that makes any sense. I feel like if you know, if you have a lot of lipsticks, you might know what I mean. It's like a kind of airy, whipped sort of consistency, and it doesn't give the nicest sort of creamy texture to the lips. It's overhyped in my opinion. But again, you may not have heard of this, not because it's like too indie for you, but just because it's only really a cruelty free and vegan area thing. And then this one I think I've actually got wrong, because I think the one that's really, really hyped is the Pacifica Dream Big mascara, but I've definitely heard people talk about this one. This is the Stella Gaze mascara by Pacifica. I love Pacifica. Again, I'm not bashing any of these brands. Apart from Drunk Elephant, I'm kind of bashing. But the rest of them, like, nothing against them. But this mascara is just not that great. I got it in a Petit Vour box, so it's not like I went out and bought it, but when I saw it I thought, okay, excellent. I've always wanted to try a Pacifica mascara. It's supposed to give length and strength. This is the shade Supernova, and it's a really, really true black. And I do like this brush. This brush, when I saw it, I thought, oh yeah, I like a nice bristly, natural sort of bristle brush, but it just doesn't do anything. But I have heard a lot of people talk about this, especially in like top fave vegan mascara kind of videos or blog posts, and maybe it's because it's one of the first vegan mascaras. It's been around for a while, but it just doesn't do very much. Very little length, no volume, it takes ages to dry. It's just, I feel like vegan formulas in terms of mascaras have come quite a long way, or just natural formulas I should say, more than vegan, because there's been loads of vegan mascaras for a while, but it's more like the natural side of things that has taken a while to catch up. This one, I don't like it. I don't think it's worth the hype at all. And then last but not least, hesitant to mention these because I kind of fear Arbonne representatives. I get many, as I'm sure if you're a beauty blogger as well, I'm sure you get many messages from Arbonne representatives saying, hey girl, love your page. Would you be interested in starting your own business? Like, it's as easy as, all you have to pay is like £40, and then you have to pay, and it's like, no, I don't want to start my own business. I've got my 9 to 5, I'm completely happy. I don't want to start my own business, especially when it's not my own business, if you know what I mean. Like, my auntie used to sell for Virgin V years and years and years ago, which Virgin V isn't even a thing anymore, but it was like it was like an Avon, like an Avon competitor, and it was part of the Virgin Group. And like the amount of money you have to put in when you sell these kind of products, when it's I don't know what you call it, a multi-level marketing program. Honestly I can't remember, but you know, like Avon representatives, Unique, Arbonne, there's actually been a lot come out about these kind of businesses and how like they're quite exploitative of their workers in terms of the amount of money people have to pay to just like be an ambassador and keep up with the new product releases. It's kind of exploiting them. That's how they make a lot of their money anyway. I see them all over social media still. I've never seen anybody organically post about Arbonne. It's only people who've been trying to sell stuff. And I like to think of myself as an intelligent individual, and that I can see through marketing tactics and advertising, and yet here I am with some Arbonne stuff because I made a little order. Arbonne are cruelty free and completely vegan, which is amazing, and I see people talk about these fizz sticks and how they're an amazing alternative to caffeine and tea. So like instead of having coffee and tea, you can, you know, have one of these little sticks in some hot water, in some cold water, in a smoothie. It's supposed to be amazing, and like it does have loads of vitamins in it, coenzyme Q10, etc, etc, but it also has a lot of sugar in it, and also it tastes disgusting. I don't recommend these. I think that Arbonne in general is overhyped, but only really by the ambassadors. So oh, I also got the digestion stuff as well, which again tastes disgusting. I don't know how they formulated those, but that is my little overhyped product video. Only a few things to mention, but I hope it was enjoyable. I feel like it was quite negative. If you want to subscribe, please do subscribe, and maybe I'll see you in my next video. Bye.